Hey basketball fans, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into one of the most exciting young players in the basketball world, Kai Sotto. The 7'3" phenom from the Philippines has captivated the basketball community with his unique blend of size, skill, and ambition. But this isn't just a story about a tall guy who can play basketball. No, Kai Sotto's journey is one of hard work, sacrifice, and the dreams of millions of Filipinos riding on his shoulders. Today, we're going to talk about why Kai has the potential to become one of the greatest players to ever step onto the hardwood. Over the next hour, we'll break down his career, his skills, his mindset, and everything that sets him apart from the rest. So sit back, relax, and let's get into it. Kai Zachary Sotto was born on May 11, 2002 in Las Piñas, a bustling city in Metro Manila. Growing up in the Philippines, basketball was everywhere. For millions of Filipinos, basketball is more than just a sport, it's a national passion. It's the dream of many kids to make it to the NBA, but for most, it's an impossible dream. Kai was different. From a young age, it was clear that basketball was going to be a part of his life. His father, Irvin Sotto, played professionally in the Philippine Basketball Association, PBA, and his mother also had basketball in her bloodline. But Kai had something even more rare, exceptional height. By the time he was 11, Kai was already towering over his peers at 6 foot 5 inches. By age 13, he had hit 6 foot 9 inches. But it wasn't just his height that made him special. Kai had a work ethic and understanding of the game that few his age could match. In the Philippines, youth basketball is competitive, but it often lacks the structure and development opportunities seen in the US or Europe. Kai stood out from the pack early on, joining the prestigious Ateneo Blue Eagles, the youth team of one of the country's top basketball programs, Ateneo de Manila University. Here, Kai began to truly shine, dominating in the UAAP, University Athletic Association of the Philippines, Juniors League. Kai wasn't just a tall kid standing under the rim, he was a game changer. In his junior year, he led Ateneo to the UAAP title, earning MVP honors while averaging 25.1 points, 13.9 rebounds, and 2.6 blocks per game. These weren't just impressive numbers, they were historic for a teenager still growing into his body. But what set Kai apart was his versatility. He wasn't just a big man with a limited skill set. Even as a teenager, he had footwork, basketball IQ, and the beginnings of a solid perimeter game. Kai was not content with dominating locally. He knew that if he wanted to achieve his goal of playing in the NBA, he had to seek out tougher competition. In 2019, at the age of 17, Kai Sotto made the bold decision to move to the United States, a move that would change his life forever. For many Filipino athletes, the idea of leaving home is daunting, but Kai and his family understood that to truly reach his potential, he needed to test himself against the best high school players in the world. Kai moved to Atlanta, Georgia, where he enrolled at the Skill Factory, an elite basketball training program that has helped numerous top prospects refine their skills and prepare for college or professional careers. At the Skill Factory, Kai immediately stood out, not just because of his height, but because of his relentless work ethic.
With Kai, you hear a lot of the same messages over the years. Super skilled, a lot of talent. And now, not only is his lateral quickness improving, I feel like he understands his length and can go get a block and can go change and alter a shot and, make that 3-point, on a switch a little less comfortable for a guard. So he's starting to understand that too, which I think is a big part of being a better defender.
Training in the U.S. exposed Kai to the physicality, speed, and skill of American high school basketball, and it wasn't easy at first. Kai had to adapt to the faster pace, the stronger competition, and the cultural differences. But he thrived under pressure. At the Skill Factory, he spent hours each day working on every aspect of his game: ball handling, shooting, conditioning, and defense. This wasn't just about getting better, it was about transforming himself into a player who could thrive at the highest levels of the sport. By this point, Kai was already attracting attention from scouts and college programs. He participated in major basketball events, like the Basketball Without Borders camp during NBA All-Star Weekend, where he showcased his skills against top international players. At 7 foot 3 inches, Kai was still growing into his frame, but he was proving that he could hold his own against top prospects. In 2020, Kai made a move that further demonstrated his ambition. He signed with the NBA G League Ignite team. The G League Ignite is a team designed for elite prospects who want to prepare for the NBA without going through the traditional college route. For Kai, this was a dream opportunity. He would be playing alongside other top prospects like Jalen Green and Jonathan Kuminga in a professional environment, learning from NBA-level coaches and competing against seasoned G League veterans. But the road wasn't as smooth as expected. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic and scheduling conflicts, Kai's time with the G League Ignite was cut short. He returned to the Philippines to play for Gilas Pilipinas in FIBA competition, which delayed his G League debut. It was a setback, but it didn't stop Kai from pushing forward. Kai's commitment to representing his country was clear. While the G League was a major opportunity, playing for Gilas Pilipinas in the international arena was equally important to him. Kai's performances for the national team further showcased his growth. He was no longer just a prospect. He was becoming a leader, someone who could carry the weight of a nation's expectations. After the COVID-19 interruptions, Kai made yet another bold decision. He signed with the Adelaide 36ers in Australia's National Basketball League, NBL, for the 2021-2022 season. The NBL is one of the top leagues outside the NBA, known for its physicality and high level of competition. Many former NBA players and top international prospects have used the NBL as a stepping stone to the NBA, and Kai saw this as an opportunity to grow. In Australia, Kai faced tough competition, and the physicality of the league pushed him to elevate his game even further. Standing at 7 foot 3 inches, he was often the tallest player on the court, but the NBL's fast-paced, physical style forced him to adapt quickly. Kai wasn't just using his height to dominate, he was learning to use his body better, developing his post moves and improving his defense against quicker, more agile players. In his first season, Kai showed flashes of brilliance. He had several standout games where he put up strong numbers in points, rebounds, and blocks. But more than just the stats, it was the way he played that got people talking. Kai was showing an increasing level of confidence, particularly in his shooting and playmaking ability. In fact, his range extended to beyond the arc, making him a legitimate threat from three-point territory. For a player his size, that's a rare skill.
Love the passion and love seeing Kai Sotto. Gets blocked, gets the ball back, goes up hard and strong, good tough finish, and that's what you're supposed. This is such a young, talented kid. It's just literally about his body getting right, getting accustomed to playing against big, strong, experienced players in this tough league. So great showing early by the young guy, and they're going to continue to get better. It's good to see him on the floor getting minutes, though.
Now that we've covered Kai's journey so far, let's take a closer look at the skills that set him apart and why these skills could make him one of the greatest basketball players in the future. 1. Size and length. At 7 foot 3 inches, with a 7 foot 5 inch wingspan, Kai's size is one of his most obvious advantages. But it's not just about being tall, it's about knowing how to use that size effectively. Kai is a natural shot blocker with excellent timing, and his length allows him to contest shots that most players can't even reach. 2. Shooting touch. One of the most exciting aspects of Kai's game is his shooting ability. In today's NBA, the ability to stretch the floor is critical for big men, and Kai is already developing into a reliable shooter. He's shown that he can hit mid-range jumpers consistently, and he's not afraid to step out and take three-pointers. 3. Passing and vision. For a player his size, Kai has surprisingly good vision and passing ability. He's able to read the floor well and make quick decisions, which is rare for a center. This skill allows him to facilitate offense from the post or the top of the key, making him a multi-dimensional threat. 4. Footwork and mobility. Kai's footwork is another area where he's shown great promise. He's agile for a 7-footer and can move laterally well enough to guard quicker players. In the post, his footwork allows him to create space for his shot or find open teammates. 5. Defensive instincts. While his offense is impressive, Kai's defensive potential is equally exciting. His height, length, and timing make him a natural shot blocker, but he's also shown good instincts for positioning and help defense. As he adds strength, he'll become an even more dominant force on the defensive end. 6. Mindset and work ethic. Perhaps the most important factor in Kai's potential is his mindset. He's shown time and again that he's willing to put in the work to improve. Whether it was leaving the Philippines to train in the US, joining the G League Ignite, or playing in the NBL, Kai has consistently sought out challenges to push himself to the next level. So, why do I believe that Kai Sotto has the potential to become the next greatest player in basketball? It's not just his size, skill set, or talent. It's the combination of all these factors with his mindset and drive. The best players in the world, from Michael Jordan to LeBron James, all had one thing in common. They never stopped working to improve their game. And that's exactly what Kai is doing. Let's start with his versatility. In today's NBA, being a one-dimensional player won't cut it, not if you want to be great. The best players are those who can impact the game in multiple ways, and Kai fits that mold. He can block shots like Rudy Gobert, stretch the floor like Kristaps Porzingis, and he has a developing post game that could rival some of the best big men in the league. Kai is humble, hardworking, and driven. He understands that the path to greatness isn't easy, and he's willing to put in the work to get there. His willingness to continually challenge himself, whether by moving to the US, joining the G League Ignite, or playing in Australia's tough NBL, shows that he's not afraid of the grind. So, will Kai Sotto become the next greatest basketball player? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain. He has all the tools, both physically and mentally, to get there. At 7 foot 3 inches, with an incredible skill set and a tireless work ethic, Kai has already defied the odds by getting this far. And as his game continues to develop, the sky truly is the limit for this young phenom. Whether it's in the NBA or on the international stage, Kai Sotto's journey is far from over. And with each step, he's not just representing himself, he's representing an entire nation. The Filipino dream is alive and well, and Kai Sotto is leading the charge. Will he be the next greatest player? I wouldn't bet against it. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Kai Sotto's career and future potential, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our upcoming content. Stay tuned and keep balling!